Century Plaza Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. My name is Ernesto. I'm presenting my icebreaker speech entitled My Great Escape, as Cheryl mentioned. I was raised with 3 brothers, 2 sisters, and a single mother in a small town in the Republic of Nicaragua. For those of you who might not know, Nicaragua is a country in Central America. There's been a political conflict for the past over 80 years. In the 1970s, a civil war broke out, and the whole country was paralyzed for over 2 years. It was It was the most terrifying experience I had in my life. Businesses were shut down, schools were closed, transportation was stopped. In addition, there was no electricity. We had a hard time finding food. If we were lucky, we just eat once a day, perhaps a bowl of beans or a couple of spoons of rice. Although my small town wasn't bombarded by the war, I still feel depressed and sad for what's going on. And in addition, the media was always showing news about the hundreds of people who were dying in the war. I was only 15. I was confused at what's going on. And as I can feel the powder of the bombs dragging by the air from the closer cities. During this 2 year, I was at first my first year of high school without interruption, but I faced many challenges the second year. But I feel I managed to finish. Because all the cities were potential target during the war, me and my family were constantly running away from the city and hiding in the rural places. In 1979, the dictator was overthrown. It was happening for all the city. We also celebrated the end of the conflict. It was exciting, but however, like 2 years later, we were noticing big changes that was favoring the new government instead of the goodwill of the people. In fact, the government was controlling the food, transportation, the school, the media. And again, I was 15, I was confused, I don't know what's going on, but people were whispering about socialist Nicaragua. In 1981, our neighbor country, El Salvador, was also in a civil war. And the government of Nicaragua was pledging support for this cause, was sending young citizens to the civil war of El Salvador. They were fearful for their life. There's a lot of young citizens were running out of the country. In an effort to combat the losing of citizens, the government instituted a selective service in 1982 by passing a new law that all the citizens between 17 and 40 years old have to join the army. At that time, I was already 17. My mother was desperate. She was nervous and she was concerned about my safety. And she went to a friend and asked for help. Our friend offered help by faking my birth certificate and my passport, making it appear as I was 15 in an attempt to flee the country. It was a risky, it was a big risk, but it was a tough decision for my mother. She decided I have to take the risk, because otherwise my life was in jeopardy. At least this way I would have had a chance for freedom. Would submit a forged document to immigration, and I waited for 2 weeks, I'm sorry. And 2 weeks later, the immigration sent me a letter for a 30-minute interview with a military. I was shaking, I was under control because of this interview. The date of the interview came and my mother came with me. I was introduced in the little room for 30 minutes. I managed to stay calm. My mother stayed outside in the meantime. He was very unfriendly military. Finally, the interview was over. I came outside. I was happy somehow, but we couldn't show any emotion or any happiness with my mother because I still was in danger. Flying in Nicaragua was so booked at that time that I had to wait 2 weeks in order for me to get my flight. Finally, the date of to go to the airport came to depart. I came to the airport. Again, I have to go through the same situation, the same interview for 30 minutes with a military. I handed my passport, the military looked at me really upset because I was leaving the country. He took his time to check everything, look at me from every angle. I managed to stay calm and concentrated and not giving any suspicion that I was over 15. In bad mood, he told me, "Did your passport get out of here?" I went to the airplane, I took my seat. However, I wasn't feeling safe until I saw the airplane in the air. I arrived in Mexico with $7 in my pocket. Began starting my new life, the rest of my life, away from the danger of my country. And my new journey was just beginning. Toastmasters.